Episode 3, The Last Alliance. Part 1, The Council of Cowards. The great hall of Astoria reeked of fierce sweat and expensive perfume, a combination that made King Marcus III want to vomit. Before him, the noble houses of the kingdom bickered like merchants over spoiled fish while demon fires burned on the horizon.
My king, surely we can negotiate. Even demons must want something. Gold? Slaves? Perhaps if we offer them the eastern provinces.
You fucking coward. You'd sell your own mother to save your silk cushions.
Better to live on our knees than die on our feet.
The general's blade was half drawn before the king's voice cut through.
Enough.
Marcus stood, and the hall fell silent. He was still young for a king, barely 45 summers, but the last 3 days had aged him a decade. His wife had already poisoned herself rather than face what was coming. He'd found her this morning, foam on her blue lips, their twin daughters curled against her cooling corpse.
Lord Blackwood, you wish to negotiate. Then you shall be our negotiator. Guards, strip him.
What? Your Majesty,
Strip him naked and throw him outside the gates. Let him crawl to the demons and negotiate. Let's see what terms they offer a naked, weeping lord.
The guards dragged Blackwood away, his screams echoing through the hall. Within minutes, they could hear him outside the walls, begging in the darkness. The begging turned to screaming. The screaming lasted exactly 13 minutes before cutting off mid-shriek.
Anyone else wish to negotiate?
Silence.
Good. Then let's discuss how we die with dignity.
Part 2, Messages in Blood and Shadow. Father Aurelius stood in what remained of Astoria's cathedral, watching Archbishop Benedict attempt the ritual of celestial communication. The archbishop's hands shook as he drew symbols in the air with blessed incense, trying to reach the heavens for aid.
Great Seraphim, hear our plea. The darkness rises. Your children cry out for.
The incense turned to blood in midair, splattering across Benedict's white robes. The old man stumbled backward, eyes wide with terror.
They're not coming. The heavens, they've closed the gates. They've abandoned us. Then we truly are alone.
No. Not alone. Not yet.
They turned to see a figure in traveling clothes, tall and lean, with eyes like starlight. The stranger pulled back their hood, revealing features that were almost human but too perfect, too symmetrical. Pointed ears marked them as elf.
I am Eliana, queen of the Silvermere Elves. I bring 3,000 bows and a message. The last alliance will stand once more.
3,000. The demons number 10,000 at least.
Today, yes. But more come through the gates each hour. By week's end, there'll be 50,000. By month's end, 100,000. The Dark Lord doesn't just want to conquer. He wants to drown the world in demon flesh until the very earth rots beneath their feet.
Then why come at all?
Because running only delays the inevitable. And because we have certain obligations. Ancient debts that must be paid.
She didn't elaborate, but Aurelius caught something in her tone. Guilt? Shame? What did the elves know that they weren't saying? Part 3, The Dwarven Arrival. The ground shook at midnight. Not the random trembling of earthquake, but rhythmic, purposeful impacts. Tum, tum, tum. The city's defenders rushed to the walls, weapons raised, expecting some new demon horror. Instead, they saw torches, hundreds of them, approaching from the north. And beneath those torches, reflecting the firelight like a river of steel, marched the dwarves. They sang as they came, deep voices in their ancient tongue. From halls of stone, through depths unknown, we march to war once more. With axes sharp and armor strong, we'll even up the score. At their head rode Thrain Ironfoot, king beneath the mountain, though rode was perhaps generous. His ram mount was barely taller than a horse's shoulder, making the dwarf king only slightly elevated above his marching kin. His beard was black iron streaked with silver, woven with tiny skulls of enemies he'd killed personally. King Marcus met him at the gates.
King Thrain, we are honored.
Save your pretty words for your pretty court. We're not here for you. We're here because those demon fucks killed my nephew. Boy was trading in Thornhaven when they hit.
He pulled out a small object, a finger, Aurelius realized with sick certainty. A child's finger.
Found this on a spike. The rest of him was scattered.
The dwarf's eyes were dry but terrible.
Blood demands blood. We brought 2,000 axes, 300 war machines, and enough hatred to choke a dragon. Where do you want us?
We need.
A scream cut through the night. High, piercing, utterly inhuman. Every person froze, that primitive part of their brain screaming at them to run, to hide, to curl up and pretend death. The scream came again, closer. Then they saw it. Part 4. The Herald's Demonstration. The Herald of Darkness approached Astoria's walls alone, dragging something behind it. As it came into torchlight range, the defenders saw what it pulled, a chain of bodies, still living but barely, linked together by hooks through their spines. Aurelius recognized some faces. Scouts who'd gone missing, merchants who'd tried to flee, even a few deserters from the city guard.
Astoria, I bring gifts from the Dark Lord.
It yanked the chain, and the victims screamed in unison, a choreographed symphony of agony.
Tomorrow your walls will fall. Your kings will kneel. Your gods have already fled. Oh yes, we know the heavens have sealed themselves. But the Dark Lord is merciful. He offers you a choice.
The herald pulled out a black blade that seemed to drink in the light around it. With deliberate slowness, it began skinning one of the victims while they still lived. The man's screams reached pitches that shouldn't have been possible.
Serve willingly, and your deaths will be quick. Bodies thrown into the pit, souls devoured in an instant. Resist, and eat well. We have such sights to show you. We've had 7 times 7 centuries to imagine new forms of suffering. Would you like to know what we learned?
Queen Aliana stepped forward on the wall, her bow drawn. The arrow she knocked glowed with soft silver light. Moon-blessed, Aurelius realized. One of the last weapons that could truly harm demons.
I'd like to know if you can scream.
She released. The arrow flew true, striking the herald in what would have been its heart. The demon looked down at the protruding shaft, then up at Aliana. It smiled, showing rows of teeth like broken glass.
Elf Queen, how delightful. The Dark Lord has special plans for your kind. You see, we know what your ancestors did. We know about the breaking. We know why you really locked yourselves in your forests.
That's not.
Tomorrow, we'll show everyone the truth about the noble elves. But tonight, enjoy this lullaby.
It raised its arms, and the chained victims began to sing, not of their own will, but puppet by dark magic. They sang a children's rhyme, sweet and innocent, while tears of blood ran down their faces. Ring around the corpses. Pockets full of darkness. Ashes, ashes. We all bow down. Then the herald yanked the chain so hard the victims tore apart, their bodies splitting at the spine hooks. They fell in pieces, finally dead, finally silent.
Sleep well, Astoria. Tomorrow, you join them.
It walked back into the darkness, leaving the corpse chain as a monument to what awaited them. Part 5. Angels Descend. Dawn came gray and cold, the sun struggling through clouds that looked like bruises. The demon army had moved during the night, surrounding Astoria completely. There was no escape now, no chance to run. Fight or die. Fight and die. King Marcus stood on the highest tower with his war council, now expanded to include Queen Aliana and King Thrain. General Aldrich was explaining defensive positions when the temperature suddenly spiked. Not heat from below, but from above. They looked up to see the clouds splitting apart, revealing not blue sky but golden radiance. Through that gap descended figures of impossible beauty. Angels, hundreds of them, their wings spanning 30 feet, their armor gleaming like captured sunlight. At their head flew Archangel Gabriel himself, the sword of heaven, whose blade had supposedly carved the very mountains. He was perfection given form, so beautiful it hurt to perceive directly.
The heavens answered after all.
Archbishop Benedict fell to his knees, weeping. But Gabriel's expression as he landed was not reassuring. His perfect features were marked with something Aurelius had never expected to see on an angel's face. Determination mixed with grim resignation.
We did not come to save you. We came because the Dark Lord must not be allowed to complete his work.
What work?
He builds a throne of despair. If completed, it will corrupt the very foundations of reality. The barriers between hell and earth will dissolve permanently. Demons will spawn from every shadow, every nightmare made flesh.
Then you'll help us fight?
We'll fight, but understand we didn't come for humanity. We came to prevent something worse. If we fall here, creation itself unravels.
How reassuring. The angels fight not for us but for their own cosmic architecture.
You're one to talk of selfish motivations, Elf Queen. Should I tell them about the first betrayal? About why the seals were truly necessary?
Enough. I don't care why you're here. Can you fight? Can you kill demons?
Gabriel drew his sword, and its presence made everyone step back. The blade burned with holy fire that left after images even when you closed your eyes.
We can fight. My 500 can match their 10,000.
Arrogant fucking pigeon.
What did you say?
I said you're an arrogant.
The demon army's war horns cut him off. 13 horns, each made from the bones of saints, sounding a note that made children weep and milk curdle. The attack had begun. Episode 3, The Last Alliance. Part 6, The Strategy of Light. The War Council descended to the city's war room, where a massive table bore a detailed model of Astoria and surroundings. Gabriel immediately took command, his angelic certainty brooking no argument.
The demons will attack in 3 waves. First, fodder to test our defenses. Second, their elite forces. Third, the herald itself with the true horrors they've been holding back.
How do you know?
Because it's what I would do. Evil is predictable in its cruelty. They want us to exhaust ourselves on their weakest, then crush us when we're depleted.
My archers can hold the walls through the first wave, but demon hide is thick. We'll need the blessed arrows for the elites.
We have 300 blessed arrows. No more.
Then we make them count. Every shot a killing blow.
My engineers have a surprise. We've packed the gate passages with dragon powder. If they breach, we can collapse the entire entrance, trap them in the rubble.
And trap us inside.
Better than letting them pour through.
Gabriel was examining something else, his perfect brow furrowed.
There's something wrong here. The demon positions, they're leaving their left flank deliberately weak. It's a trap.
Or an opportunity.
No, the Dark Lord doesn't make mistakes. He's been planning for centuries. Every weakness is bait. We need to.
The floor shook from a distant explosion. War horns sounded from the walls, not demon horns, but Astoria's own warning system.
They're not waiting for dawn. They're attacking now.
Part 7, Desperate Alliance. As the council rushed to their positions, Gabriel caught Queen Aliana's arm.
The first betrayal. Does anyone else know?
No. And they won't. That secret dies with my people.
The Dark Lord knows.
The Dark Lord knows many things. But knowledge without proof is just accusation. We fight together now, Angel. Save your judgments for after we survive.
Gabriel nodded and spread his wings, ready to lead his angels into battle.
For what it's worth, Elf Queen, your ancestors' sins don't define you.
Don't they? Then why do we still pay for them?
Before Gabriel could answer, she was gone, racing to lead her archers. King Thrain appeared, his war axe gleaming.
Angel, my warriors need blessing. Can your holy light actually do something useful, or is it just for show?
Gabriel placed his hand on the dwarf's axe. Holy fire spread across the blade, but it didn't burn.
There. It will cut through demon flesh like butter now.
Better be worth it. If we die because of your cosmic bullshit, I'm haunting your feathery ass.
Despite everything, Gabriel almost smiled.
Get in line, dwarf. Half of heaven already wants me dead for coming here.
Why did you come then?
Because someone had to. Because watching from heaven while innocents die is not what we were made for. Because maybe humanity deserves better than abandonment, even if heaven disagrees.
King Marcus approached, now in full armor.
Whatever your reasons, Gabriel, we're glad you're here.
Don't be. My presence guarantees the Dark Lord will come personally. He won't resist the chance to corrupt an archangel.
Then we'll face him together.
Together.
Together. But I still think you're all idiots.
They moved to their positions as the first wave of demons reached the walls. The Battle of the Damned was about to begin. Epilogue, the hour before storm. In the last moments before the armies clashed, strange alliances formed. Elven archers stood beside human spearmen they'd once looked down upon. Dwarven engineers worked with angel warriors to position siege weapons. Old enemies became desperate allies, united only by the certainty that divided they would fall. Gabriel stood atop the highest tower, his angels arranged in battle formation behind him. He could feel the Dark Lord's presence out there, watching, waiting. Not participating yet, but observing. Learning.
He's studying us, learning our weaknesses.
Below, Father Aurelius administered last rites to soldiers who knew they wouldn't survive the day. Many wept. Some prayed. A few laughed with the hysteria of those who had accepted death. In the demon ranks, the Herald of Darkness raised its staff.
For the Dark Lord. For eternal night. For the suffering that never ends.
For the Dark Lord. 10,000 demons roared back. On Astoria's walls, King Marcus raised his sword.
For our children. For our future. For the light that refuses to die.
For the light. 3,000 voices answered, though they were outnumbered 3-1. Gabriel spread his wings wide, holy fire erupting around him.
Angels of the highest, today we fight not for heaven's glory but for creation itself. Show these demons why they once feared our blades.
The angels drew their swords as one, 500 blades of pure light igniting simultaneously. The sight was so bright that demons had to look away. Queen Aliana knocked an arrow, her voice carrying to her people.
Children of the forest, today we pay our ancient debt. Today we prove that courage can outlive shame.
Dwarves of the mountain. These bastards killed our kin. What do we give them in return?
Death! 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 The two armies faced each other across the killing field. 10,000 demons against 3,000 defenders and 500 angels. The odds were impossible. But sometimes impossible was just another word for legendary. The Herald of Darkness lowered its staff, pointing at Astoria.
Charge.
The demon army surged forward like a black tide.
Hold. Hold. Hold.
The defenders braced. The angels began to sing, a battle hymn that made the air itself shimmer. The last alliance would stand or fall together. The battle of the damned had begun. End of episode 3.
holy sound. Kings unite with shields of light, stand against eternal night. Gloria, Victoria. Defensores, by the crown and sacred oath, light shall conquer, banish low. Raise your swords, the time has come.